I thought I'd found my bargain pair of walking boots until a 14-mile hike nearly destroyed my ankle. Here's what really happened when I swapped my Merrells for Mountain Warehouse. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing a very honest comparison between my Merrell walking shoes and my Mountain Warehouse walking boots. I didn't plan on doing a review, but after a very wet walk, a painful hike and a bruised ankle, I ended up with a pretty clear winner. So let's get into it. So I bought my Merrell walking shoes about 2 years ago, and for the first 6 months they were absolutely brilliant. Very, very comfortable, even from day one. I could walk miles in them without any discomfort at all. And that was until 6 months when the waterproofing just stopped and my feet got wet. The Merrell walking shoes felt like they moulded to my feet, but when the waterproofing completely gave up, I tried to keep them going by wearing waterproof socks, and eventually the shoes themselves started to crack. My husband Paul even patched them up with silicone, a bit of a dodgy DIY job, but honestly it worked better than I expected. The real breaking point came when we were on holiday in Weymouth. We went for a walk and I might as well not be wearing shoes at all. The water just poured in. My feet were absolutely soaked. The next day we were in Weymouth shopping for some groceries and we spotted a Mountain Warehouse sale. So I went in, I saw these boots, I thought brilliant. Everybody's always telling me that I should have boots. I was a little bit, because boots generally rub my ankle, but I thought no, let's support the foot, let's be sensible, let's get these boots. And they were only £34.99 compared to the Merrells, which were about £100. I thought bargain, this is amazing. And the Mountain Warehouse boots felt comfortable in the shop. I walked around lots. I thought great, let's buy those. Problem solved. I didn't have time to break them in, and my first walk in them was a tough one. 14 miles along a steep, rugged part of the southwest coast path near Kimmeridge. For most of the hike, the boots were fine, until they weren't. My ankle started to swell up and the pain became almost unbearable. I tried going back to the Merrells for a couple of walks, then bought gel socks to try and make the Mountain Warehouse boots more comfortable. This little rubbery bit here goes on your ankle, and it's meant to protect, but it didn't work. So I had this bandage that I wrapped around my foot, and also I've got these really thick socks. I just folded them down to sort of double it around my foot to protect my foot. And I appreciate not everybody has this problem with their ankles, otherwise walking boots would go out of business. But it really, really, really hurt mine. And on my foot now, it's almost like I've got another ankle. But nothing helped. I actually bruised the bone. So I sold the Mountain Warehouse boots on eBay, and I went to Black's down in Bath and I bought myself another pair of Merrell's walking shoes for £80. Yeah, so it actually cost me more money in the end, not less. In the end, the cheap alternative turned out to be false economy. I spent money trying to make them work, but the comfort just wasn't there. For me, Merrell still wins, even with the waterproofing issues, simply because the comfort and fit are unbeatable. Merrell wins for me. Although the waterproofing is an issue, the sales assistant in Black's explained that you cannot put the Gore-Tex to the test, which, to be honest, I have already discovered. He suggested cleaning the shoes with Nick's wax cleaner and spraying them with a waterproofer when the shoes are still damp, so I'll give that a go. Hopefully they will stay waterproof longer than the last pair. So that's my experience. I genuinely thought the Mountain Warehouse boots would be a budget-friendly replacement, but they ended up costing me more in the long run. Sometimes spending a bit more up front really does pay off, especially when you're walking long distances. If you've had your own walking boot disasters, or success stories, share them below. I'd love to hear what works for you. See you in the next video.